down. Okay. Let me see.
11 was being buried. Lucas helped 11 walks in this scene, indicate that 11 was buried in the leg by the mind player. The DNA that appears in this is the Fibonacci sequence. For each complete cycle of the double hexes, DNA molecules follow this pattern, each being 24 angstrom long and 21 angstrom wide.
Do you need help? Yeah, let's go.
Display of the astral rider fireworks in this scenario demonstrate the Fibonacci sequence. The pyrotechnics are assisting Lucas, Will, Mike, and 11 in escaping. As you can see in this scene, a 55-shot barrage of pyrotechnics known as Astral Rider shot colored tails to multicolored starbursts, with silver glitter and blue-black ends to Brocode Clown. The fireworks chain in this scene follows the Fibonacci sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, rather than popping like a series of slightly smaller individual shots.
That I know that I...
That's the copy. I repeat, this is the code red.
Justin? Mike?
Justin!
Mike!
Oh my god, you have to listen.
In the Fibonacci sequence, there's an application for securing data or encoding. Sentry shows the live application of the Fibonacci sequence about encoding or securing the data. Dustin called Mike to code red, which means emergency for the Russian can find them. They need to go to the secret library to open the gate. And from the upside down, where they can also discover the mind flyer. People should apply the pattern to insert accurate and secure data when they access the code. Leonardo Pisano made the initial discovery of the Fibonacci numbers. He was referred to by the moniker Fibonacci. Each term in the Fibonacci sequence is proportional to the total of the two numbers that came before it. One of the most common experiments dealing with the Fibonacci sequence is his experiment with rabbits. Fibonacci put one male and one female rabbit in a field. Fibonacci supposed that the rabbit lived infinitely. How many would form in a year was a question posed by Fibonacci. The number of rabbits produced was determined by correctly following the Fibonacci sequence, 144 rabbits. Understandable concept to a highly developed pattern of a complex number. There's a lot of example of Fibonacci sequence organ of human body. People are like the Fibonacci numbers in each of the two hands. Each human has 2 knuckles and 5 fingers, with every finger having 3 segments. This number all fit into the pattern. In addition, the hand bone length follow the Fibonacci sequence.
Tessellation. A tessellation is a pattern of shapes that fits together perfectly without any gaps. Tessellation often refers to a pattern that includes a repetition of one particular shape, such as the repetition of squares in a checkboard. But tessellation can be formed from multiple shapes. Fractals. A fractal is a pattern that the laws of nature repeat at different scales. Examples are everywhere in the forest. Trees are natural fractals, pattern that repeats smaller and smaller copies of themselves to create the biodiversity of a forest. Each tree branch from the trunk to the tips is a copy of the one that came before it. This is a basic principle that we see over and over again in the fractal structure of organic life forms throughout the natural world.
So guys, our first term has come to an end.
And yes, we survived!
So, for you, how was your experience?
For me, so when I first saw this schedule, when I reserved my schedule, there was 2 mathematics in the morning. And I was shocked because I don't know how my brain is gonna function. And I thought MMW have this solving stuff like the trigo subject. So I'm glad that MMW is about this, just about exploring things and start being able to know about how these things that we don't expect that it is related to mathematics. So yeah.
Yes, I agree because we acknowledge our media professor.
I do. Even though it's online, it's still alive.
Yeah, it's very entertaining. Yeah, it ain't fun.
We are from Art of the Trading.
And we survived the storm.
Thank you and goodbye.
MMW taught me about the sequence and it's give fun to everyone. Though it's related to math, it's much easier than other math. My first expression about it, it's kinda difficult, but when you learn about this, it's fun, like you are just playing around.